We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Houston. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. On 2nd down, Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Off the play fake, Jackson. Now a deep ball looking for Brown.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Ravens sending the punt team out there. Taken at the 19. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Two jet.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard.
All right.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Look the hot.
Now, Stroud. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
3rd and 9.
Wow, the nut. Look the hot.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
DC, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, report. Ready. Middle.
On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. He will have a Ravens 1st down by a couple of yards. We'll give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now Mitchell. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Nice up.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
A shotgun snap, and they give it to Mitchell. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
This one caught at the 4. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Mitchell. To the pylon, he's in. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Ravens. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. They face 2nd down and 7.
Hey, uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más. Uno más, uno más, uno más. Parky, 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 parky. Hey.
To throw is Stroud. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, it's Stroud. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. In motion comes Walker. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
In motion comes Walker. 2nd down, Jackson. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Baltimore. On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A second down throw for Stroud. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to be third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10.
Why Tony?
Stroud to throw. That's down the field and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football at their own 40.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On play action, here's Jackson. That's taken in. It's Tez Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Report!
They'll send a tight end in motion. Now a toss, left side with Mitchell. Second down and 8. Now Jackson. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Jackson looking to throw. He's got a man. It's Walker. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. On second down, a run with Mitchell. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. First and goal. They'll run with Mitchell.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Now it's Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, Executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, uno. Hey, south. 11.
Stroud gonna set up to throw. Now a deep ball here for Collins.
For an offense that really hasn't had a lot of things go right up until this point, those are the plays that you just have to make. Those can be a spark for the rest of the game, and it's amazing how quickly things can turn. But instead, he overthrows his receiver, and it's all for nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. A return now from the 4. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Here we go.
Stroud. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the Texans cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, middle.
In the pistol, Jackson ready. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. He finds Walker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
13.
Here's Mitchell. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
A give up the middle for Mitchell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On the give, it's Mitchell. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Here's Mitchell from the pistol. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run the option to the left. Good blocking, and he's in. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, south, south, south. Good.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play.
Out, that's right. Right. Right.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
That's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a 1st down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
Texas.
In motion now, it's Collins. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A pass taken in by Miller. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the 3rd quarter has come to an end. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Here's Stroud. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now a handoff running right. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll stay on the ground. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Set up!
Try to pick this one up on the ground. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. He'll take the snap and go down to a knee.
All right.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Already.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try and run it here with Pierce. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Already.
On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped them behind the line. 4th down coming up. Ravens bring their punt team out, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
On the quick, right? 11. Tonight.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Oh, right.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Tonight.
Here's Stroud. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Ready. Cut.
A shotgun snap, and they give it to Mitchell. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another run here with Mitchell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
They'll run with Mitchell. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Let's go.
The ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.